Good day, everyone. I thank you for joining me here today. We are saving Bookworm's voice today, so you will have to abide with mine. Okay, so on the other channel, my Grandma talked about humans without a soul. No awareness, no empathy, no joy, no sadness, no normal human emotions. And one such person is Brian Cohee Jr. I'm still young myself. I would like to think that I am fairly in tune with how young people think. Perhaps not that much, but a bit. I also know that young people do not always think about the long-term consequences of their actions. I would know this very well. We act and then we think. But impulsive, instant gratification, and all those things are indeed typical teenager, but the case of 19-year-old Brian Cohee Jr. is none of those things. It is just pure evil. On the night of February the 27th, 2021, Brian Cohee, 19 years old, went for a drive. As he was driving on one of the roads under the overpass, and he saw Warren Barnes, aged 69, a homeless man, sleeping on the ground next to the railway tracks. Brian Cohee stopped, got out of his car, put on 3 layers of gloves, and proceeded to stab Warren Barnes. According to Brian, Warren Barnes woke up and even shouted, "What are you doing? Why? But not even that scared or stopped Brian. He proceeded to stab Warren Barnes until he died. Why? Did Barnes steal from him? Did Barnes insult him? Did Brian have something against homeless people or men? No, none of those things. He did it because, in his own words, "I've always wondered what murder felt like." That was his one and only reason why he did what he did. After the murder, Brian Cohee cut off Warren Barnes' head and hands and placed them in plastic bags, which he put in his car. He then drove home, hid the bags in his room, cleaned the knife, and went to sleep. Not a care in the world. The next night he drove back to the scene of the crime, loaded the rest of the body parts into his car, and went to dump them in the Colorado River. In the process of doing so, he flooded his car, and the car had to be towed out by the police, and Cohee was allowed to leave the scene without any suspicion. Later it was found that Brian had also taken photographs of the body. On the 1st of March 2021, just before 2 p.m., 911 received a call from Brian's parents to report a decomposing head and hands found in Brian's closet. As the police arrived, Brian Cohee Jr. approached them with a smile and immediately confessed to the murder. He told the officers the victim's name, the weapon he used, and where he committed the murder. Brian Cohee was detained and taken to the police station to be interrogated. During the interrogation, he told officers how he growled and made animalistic noises while he was stabbing Warren Barnes. He was arrested and taken to Mesa County Detention Facility on 3 charges: first-degree murder, tampering with the deceased body, and tampering with evidence. A jury found Cohee guilty on all charges, and he was sentenced to life in prison, life without possibility of parole. If ever there was a proper example of a human with no soul, it would be Brian Cohee Jr. Brian pleaded insanity during his trial, but this was not even insanity. This was brutal, cold, no empathy or remorse, the typical signs of a soulless human. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Bye!